been a lot of talk lately. I know Frost mentioned he's gonna talk to him over the course of the next 9 days. Adrian Martinez, if you're deciding right now, and obviously, not our decision, but do you want him back or not?
Oh man, it's just so tough because I like him a lot, and I think with a better line he could do more. But I think that this is probably this is a year this coming talking about next year. This is a year that Frost it's obviously make it or break it, right? He's got to get whatever that magic number is that him and Trev discussed. I would assume it's 6 or 7 wins that they need to get. And does Frost really want to, you know, just just do it again with Martinez, or does he want to mix it up? Does he want to try something different? And in my mind, with the mix-ups with these coaches and everything, and I think he wants to switch it up. I think I would rather just switch it up just to try something different, just because you know this has been working to a degree, but the wins haven't been coming. So I would like for them to go hard after the transfer portal and get somebody, maybe even 2 guys in here that are going to compete and shake it up. How do you feel?
Yeah, I feel really strongly about this, and I 100% think he should be back.
Yeah.
I think the dude has battled. I think he's been through a lot of injuries, and I think he has improved a lot. I mean, look at the passing from year to year, how much he's improved. Like, what is he next year? I mean, if he keeps improving on the passing and he's healthy, I don't know if there's a much better option out there. But I think that, there's other areas around him you need to get better. First of all, the wide receiver group's got to get better overall. There's got to be more options than just 1 or 2 guys. I think the tight ends, you got Fadone. There's going to be plenty of talent there. But do we look in the portal for offensive linemen? Do you look for – you got to get some sort of tackle, because right now when you got 2 guys that are being graded on College Football Focus, in the bottom 15 of college football, like, you got to get better on the tackle position to help him out. But I 100% think he needs to be back. I don't know why I've seen it all over Twitter for like weeks now. There's just been a lot of slander towards him, and I don't get it. Like, yeah, he hasn't finished games and won them, but you can't tell me this dude hasn't battled, hasn't basically been through hell for this program. And he's tried. He's gotten a lot better, in my opinion. There's still the dumb mistakes out there that he makes, obviously, but it's hard to find very many quarterbacks that don't make dumb mistakes. It really is.
Yeah. I mean, and the numbers are there, right? I mean, he passed Tommy for the all-time. He's Nebraska's all-time leading um, quarterback today as far as total yardage goes. So I mean, he can move the ball, he can run the ball, he can he misses passes from time to time, but I wouldn't have a problem with him coming back. I wouldn't be mad about it, as I think a lot of people would be really pissed if he did come back, because for some reason they feel like this is all his fault, which I don't think it is. So I wouldn't be disappointed if he came back. I just would like to, I guess, just see them try something different. But there's no denying that he's a reason, or he's one of the main reasons that we're in these games, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
people say he's not clutch, and, people do this all the time. I see a couple comments about it. Look, yeah, he hasn't finished games, but, I mean, if you saw in those last 3 plays, let's say after the holding call, I mean, he had no time at all in any of those. He threw one away, and then the next pass was, yeah, it was a bad pass on his part, but the last pass was pretty good. He floated it a bit. I wonder how much the shoulder's bothering him. It was PI. We'll just throw it out there. It was PI, 100%. I mean, I really didn't see it until the replay, so I actually understand the refs didn't call it, but I watched that replay, and I'm like, how did nobody on the field see that?
yeah, it was really bad. It was very blatant. It would have been, I think, a different story if the defender would have turned his head also as he was hitting the receiver, but I mean, he basically just ran right into Betts, almost. I mean, basically just tackled him without even looking for the ball. So I don't know. It's a shame that it came down to that, but yeah, it's really rough to see Nebraska get kind of shafted with these calls game after game.
Yeah, I mean, the season has kind of been something where, yeah, they haven't been able to finish, but it's just been mistakes. I mean, you can pin a couple of them on Martinez, a couple mistakes that he's made late in games. But over the course of the game, I mean, like you said, we're in those games because of him, not because of the running game where we really haven't had one. I mean, there's been spurts at times, but in the receivers, it's been inconsistent as well. But Martinez has been the one guy that's been pretty consistent, keeping us in those games. It's been penalties, special teams. It's like it's the missed tackles on gains that are 2 yards and it ends up being a 70-yard run. So that's what I look at from this season. That's the reason that Nebraska's 3-8, in my opinion. I don't know why people are saying they're 3-8 because of Martinez. If you don't do these dumb things that they've done, Oklahoma, Ohio State, all these dumb games, Nebraska could easily be a 7-3, 8-2 football team with Martinez, and people would not be having this discussion. We'd be talking about, well, I hope he comes back. I hope he's the guy next year. But they're just chalking it up to, look at the record, it's all Martinez's fault. It's always, the head coach and quarterback get blamed for everything.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I personally think with a decent offensive line and decent special teams, we probably got 6 wins this year. I mean, we had no kicking game this year, no kickers, and just abysmal again on that front. And I mean, just the offensive line. I mean, just they're graded out constantly, just at the bottom of the barrel in the nation. So, yeah. Do you think that the decision on Martinez to come back? Do you think that it's going to be kind of a combination of Frost and Martinez kind of sitting down talking about it, or do you think Frost will just say, "Hey, doors open. We'd love to have you back. It's totally up to you."
Yeah, I've been thinking about this for a while because when you look at it, you think that knowing Frost and how much he loves Martinez, that he's going to open the door and
Hmm.
leave it up to him. But then you got to wonder, with the firing of all the coaches, Frost knowing that he's basically in his final year, it's a
Hmm.
prove it year. Does he just is he just is he taking he's like, you know what, I'm done with that, I'm moving on, I'm getting someone new, I'm ready to win. I don't know. Part of me thinks he might do that. Part of me thinks he's going to leave the door open. That's what I don't know, and that's what I'm curious is going to happen after the Iowa game because it's going to be one of two. And I mean, maybe Martinez, maybe he leaves it open and Martinez leaves on his own. I don't know. Anything could really happen, but I do want to know if Frost is going to be shopping in the portal for somebody because who knows what Smothers is and what he brings to the table. Obviously, uber athletic guy, but does he bring what Nebraska? Can he take Nebraska to the next step? I don't know. Most people say no, but you really don't know because he hasn't played.
I think regardless of whether Martinez comes back or not, that they should chop the portal and they should bring in somebody else that's taken uh, meaningful D1 snaps. Just somebody that they can also throw in the mix and give a shot at competing for quarterback. And I think the main argument on that is a lot of people that say, well, why would you come and want to sit? But I think that there's a lot of room right now at Nebraska for competition at the quarterback spot, and hopefully moving forward, if a quarterback in that room is truly the best guy and he's not named Adrian Martinez, hopefully he's playing. And if it is Adrian Martinez, if he stays, then great. But I would just really like there to be just some more options, more, I guess, competition there than just what it's been at this point.